The challenge phase is the heart of the A Game of Thrones living card game. During this phase, players use their characters to initiate military, intrigue, and power challenges against one another. To participate in a challenge, a character must have the appropriate icon. This icon means that a character is eligible to participate in a military challenge. The goal of a military challenge is to kill your opponent's characters. This icon means that a character is eligible to participate in an intrigue challenge. The goal of an intrigue challenge is to strip cards away from your opponent's hand. This icon means that a character is eligible to participate in a power challenge. The goal of a power challenge is to take power counters off your opponent's house card and place them on your own. Each player has the opportunity to initiate 3 challenges against his opponent. The challenges can be initiated in any order, but only 1 military, 1 intrigue, and 1 power challenge can be initiated by each player in this phase. A player does not have to initiate all 3 challenges. Sometimes it is best to initiate no challenges and keep your characters standing for defensive purposes. In this example, player 1 is playing House Stark and is revealed holding the trident as his plot card. He also has the following characters in play: Catelyn Stark, Eddard Stark, Shaggy Dog, and Hodor. Player 2 is playing House Lannister and has the Power of Blood as his revealed plot card, and has the following characters in play: Sir Jaime Lannister, Varys, Lannisport Weaponsmith, Cersei's Attendant, and Raff the Sweetling. For his first challenge, player 1 initiates an intrigue challenge with Catelyn Stark at a strength of 5. When a card has been used for something, primarily by participating in a challenge, it is rotated 90 degrees clockwise to show this. This is known as the kneeling position. Only cards that are standing may be used for challenges. You cannot, for example, initiate a challenge with an already kneeling character. Note that Catelyn is currently receiving a +2 strength bonus from the effect of the plot card holding the trident. Player 2 decides to defend the challenge with Cersei's Attendant, who has a strength value of 1. Both players pass on their actions, and player 1 wins the challenge 5-1. Since the attacker won the challenge, the losing defender must fulfill the claim of a lost intrigue challenge. Intrigue challenge claim is resolved by discarding cards at random from your hand. Since the claim value of holding the trident is 1, player 2 randomly loses 1 card from his hand. For his next challenge, player 1 initiates a military challenge with Eddard Stark and Shaggy Dog at a strength value of 11. Eddard currently has a strength of 5 because of the holding the trident plot card bonus, and Shaggy Dog currently has a strength of 6 because of the plot card bonus and also because of Shaggy Dog's bonus for controlling a Stark Lord character. Eddard Stark, as shown here, is a Stark Lord. Player 2 decides that defending this challenge is a lost cause, and he decides to simply put up a token defense with the Lannisport Weaponsmith, who has a strength of 1. Player 1 wins the challenge 11-1. When the defender loses a military challenge, claim is resolved by having the defender kill off a number of characters equal to the claim value of the attacker's plot card, which in this example is 1. Player 2 decides to kill off the Lannisport Weaponsmith. Note that with this character killed, the bonus from holding the trident is no longer active for player 1. Also, since Eddard Stark has the renown keyword on his character card, he claims 1 power for participating on the winning side of the challenge. Player 1 now decides to take a player action. He plays the event card Distinct Mastery to stand Catelyn Stark. Instead of initiating a 3rd challenge, player 1 decides to leave Catelyn Stark and Hodor standing for defensive purposes. It is now player 2's opportunity to initiate challenges. He starts with a military challenge with Sir Jaime Lannister, who does not kneel because of his ability, and attacks with a strength of 3. Player 1 decides to defend with Hodor at a strength of 4. Player 1 wins the challenge 4-3. Whenever the defender wins a challenge, there is no claim. The challenge was successfully warded off, and the attack has no effect. Next, player 2 initiates a power challenge at a strength of 3 with Varys and declares stealth on Catelyn Stark. Each attacking character with the stealth keyword can choose one character controlled by the defending player that cannot defend the challenge. Since Catelyn Stark cannot defend, and since player 1 has no other standing characters with a power icon, this challenge is unopposed. The claim value for a power challenge is to take 1 power from the defender's house card and move it onto the attacker's house card. Since player 1 has no power on his house card, player 2 claims no power. However, when any challenge is unopposed, the attacker claims 1 power from the power pool. Finally, player 2 initiates an intrigue challenge with Raff the Sweetling. Player 1 defends this challenge with Catelyn Stark, and no claim effects occur. Since player 2 has initiated all 3 challenges, play now proceeds to the dominance phase. In the dominance phase, both players count the amount of total strength left standing among their characters and add 1 point for each gold they have remaining in their gold pool. The player with the highest value wins dominance and claims 1 power for his house. Therefore, player 2 wins dominance and claims 1 power for his house card. After dominance has been counted and rewarded, both players have the opportunity to take player actions. Again, once both players have passed successively, play proceeds to the standing phase. In the standing phase, both players stand all knelt characters, locations and attachments simultaneously. This means that they will be available to use next round. After all knelt cards have stood, both players have the opportunity to take player actions. Once both players have passed successively, play proceeds to the taxation phase. In the taxation phase, both players return all unspent gold to the treasury. After unspent gold has been returned to the treasury, both players have the opportunity to take player actions. Once both players have passed, the round is over, and a new round begins with the plot phase. These phases are repeated until a player becomes the first to achieve 15 power, thereby winning the game. Power on a player's house card and on characters under his control count towards this victory total. A Game of Thrones, the living card game, can also be played as a multiplayer or melee game, following the same structure outlined in the head-to-head example. In a melee game, multiplayer titles are used to give context and structure to the relationships between players. Titles give bonuses to resources during your challenges, and they also provide a relationship with the other titles, or give special abilities that can be used by their bearer. Each player can still only initiate 3 challenges each round, 1 of each type, but those challenges can be initiated against any eligible opponent. Players can initiate all of their challenges against a single opponent, or split them up as they see fit. This concludes our basic overview of A Game of Thrones, the living card game. For more information about organized play, as well as message boards, rules discussions, and tournament listings, visit www.agameofthrones.com.